What's going on, everybody? How's is everyone's? How is everyone? I'm just messing with you guys. Welcome to another session, a power session with yours truly, DMP Speaks. I hope that you guys are doing well. I hope that you are energized tonight because guess what? I am. I'm excited about what I do, and I want you to be excited about your life. So, again, welcome to another session of Power Session Live. My name is DMP Speaks. Okay. I'm a speaker and I'm a self esteem and I'm a confidence coach. I do these every Thursday at 9 o'clock or 9:30. So tonight was 9:30. But I am here for you. I'm here to help you. So this is a series. I've been doing this. This is my second, well, part two, however you want to put it, of the process of change, everybody. I'm excited for this part two tonight. If you're excited about hearing about this, put it in the chat. Say, I'm excited because I'm excited to give you this information tonight. So last week um we talked about the part one, right? Tonight we're talking about part two tonight, which is ability. Okay, you have to have the ability to do the things that you want to do. That's what we're going to talk about tonight. Ability. Okay, you have to have the ability to do things. This is part two tonight. I need you guys to share this with someone because I want to not just encourage you, because that's nice. I don't want to just motivate you or inspire you. That's nice too. I want to get you into the driver's seat for your own life. I want to see you better. I want you to be the best version of yourself that you can be. So do me a favor, share this, and we're going to get started in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Part two of the process of change. We're talking about tonight ability. Tell your grandma, tell your friends, tell your uncle, tell your coworker that DMP Speaks is live on the air. So let's go ahead and go. So now when we look at ability, and I hope everybody is doing well. Listen, keep wearing your mask. If you're vaccinated or unvaccinated, that's not my place to tell you what to do. I just want you to be safe. Listen, check on your family members, check on your friends, even check on people that you don't like. Show love because that's what we need in the world. Show love. So that's my little message for tonight. So let's jump in. So I always like to define the word that I'm talking about. Okay. So this word here is ability. And the definition for ability is possession of the means or skill to do something. Again, ability is possession of the means or skill set to do something. Now, what does that mean? You possess the gumption, the strength, the knowledge, etc., to do something that you want to do. You have the God-given ability to do it. Now, one word that stuck at me and poked me right in my eye when I looked up this word ability, it was this word capacity. Now, what does capacity mean? You have the space or size that can contain something. That something is your own change. I threw that in there, but it's to define capacity is you have the space or the size that contains something. And tonight we're talking about giving yourself an ability to make your own change for your own life. If you enjoyed that, if you feel like this is what you need, put it in the cat, put it in. This is what I need tonight. This is what I need. I need the ability. I want to learn how to give myself this space so that I'm able to make this change. You got ability in you. You got power in you. And you're going to get this word. You're going to get this encouragement so that you can live better lives. Now, I want to give you something really quick. Ability is birth when you recognize that you can adjust or maneuver or even manage yourself so that your change can happen. Let me read that again. I wrote this: ability is only birth when you recognize that you can make adjustments, maneuver, manage yourself so that real change can happen in your life. See, producing change has to be long lasting. Excuse me. It has to be long lasting. When you decide that you want to change, hear me out, everybody. When you decide that you want to change, you might say to yourself, I can if I need to change based on what I'm capable of doing. Some of you feel like you don't have the capabilities of changing your life. You feel like you're not in that place to really make that change happen for you. But you got to get in position. And once you get yourself in position in your mind, in your thoughts, in your choices, in your attitude, and how you carry yourself, you can produce the change that you need for the rest of your life. But you got to decide that I can make this change. If I need to make some changes in my life, I can make this change, but I got to believe that I can. This is what we're talking about tonight. The ability that I'm able to change. You might feel like that you're not capable of changing yourself. You might not feel that because of who you are, what you went through, what they said about you, how mama treated you, how daddy treated you, how they stumped on you verbally, physically, they abused you, that you can't change, that you don't have the ability to. However, people perceived you before and they're perceiving you the same way, you feel like there's no change. You can change, but change is not going to be easy. Now, some people will tell themselves that they can't change because they don't believe in themselves. A lot of you are on this live tonight. You don't really believe in yourself like you should because you have allowed other people to not only dictate but tell you this is who you're going to be. You're not going to be nobody else but who we are used to. And I've dealt with that myself. People wanted me to be this person the same way, the same mindset, doing the same thing. But I needed to make a change, y'all. You got to do the same thing for yourself. Now, when you make that change, I'll be honest with you. Here's a big one. When you make that change, you might lose some people. Let that sink in for a moment. You might lose some people. You might lose friends. You might lose familiar things. And what is those familiar things? Those familiar places, the places that you used to hang out with everybody, the same things that you used to do with everybody. But now you want to change. Now you want to be different. And a lot of people don't like that you want to be different. They want you to stay the same. So that's a comfortability for them. They're not even really worrying about you. It's a comfortability there. You know why? Because misery loves company. So they don't want you to do better than them. They don't want to see you succeed. And you got to get out of the mindset of what they want. You got to get in the mindset, what do I need? Not just what I want. What do I need? There is a life that you have to adjust. And some people are just afraid of your new normal. So we talk about this during COVID. A lot of you got a new normal right now. A lot of you didn't go back to your jobs. A lot of you didn't do certain things because you had to build a new norm for yourself. And that's okay because that's a brand new you. You have given yourself ability to do that. And I applaud you for that. Let's go a little bit further. Let's be honest. When we have been dealing with this pandemic since last year, you should have sat back for a moment, giving yourself a little bit of time and notice that your life has been altered. things have been changed. Your relationships have been changed. And you want to know why that happened? It wasn't just because of COVID, but you made some time for yourself. You turned the TV off, you turned the phone off, and you really started to get to know yourself, and you started to see, man, I need to make some changes. There are certain things I've been doing forever, and I wonder why I keep getting the same result. Some of you are keep getting the same result, and it is frustrating the crap out of you. But when are you going to realize those changes need to be made? When are you going to recognize that you need to maneuver? When are you going to recognize that your capacity has to grow? Because as your capacity grows, your ability will grow too, because you are expanding your capacity. You're not thinking the way that you used to think. You're not doing the things that you used to do. You want to be better, and you're taking steps to do better. So I want to give you very quickly, for the next 5 to 7 minutes, I want to give you just a few things on how, because we talked about the ability, but how we're going to apply ability and capacity so that that ability of change can happen for us. So if you're ready for this, I want you to put in the chat, I'm ready, and share this with somebody. Here we go. The first one is mental ability. Write that down. Mental ability. You have to have mental ability to do these things. It is very, very important that you have this mental ability. Listen, your mind could just tell yourself what you are doing. Your mind will tell you what you need to do. But if your brain is all scattered and you are not thinking clearly, and you're doing things that it's not helping you grow as an individual, it's not helping your family, it's not helping your community, it's not helping people around you, then you need to change your mental ability. Whatever is clouding your judgment, whatever is making you think a different way than what you should be thinking, then you got to change that. See, some people's mind decreases their ability. The way you think, right? The way you react to things, how upset and mad and frustrated that you get at times, and you don't have no control over that. That can decrease your ability to make that change. That's why people still, if we can be honest, a lot of us we got anger issues. I just put it just like that. A lot of us have anger issues that, stem from our past, how people have treated us, right? But if we really want to make this change, if we want to give ourselves an ability, well, there is some adjusting that we need to do, right? We have to be able to really alter our minds. See, when we alter our minds, there is a place that and there's an ability that we can go to, right? There is a mindset that we can go to if we just take our time to really expand ourselves. There has to be a change in you. You can't look for other people to do it. You have to make that change. Yes, it's tough to change when you've been doing the same thing over and over. I know what that feels like, to keep doing things the same way over and over. But if you want the ability, if you want things to change in your life, if you want your capacity to grow, well, then you got to grow. You got to make some changes. You have to grow as an individual. If I would have waited, then we're going to move on to the next one. If I would have waited for people to give me the green light to move, or to get a better job, or to start this business, or start my coaching, or start my speaking, or start my drumming. People don't even know that I'm a drummer. And if I waited for other people, if I worried about what people said, if I allowed what people said that I heard to dictate if I should do it or not, I wouldn't be doing none of the stuff that I'm doing. That's how strong-minded that you need to be to make change. happen for you. Next one is balance. Life gets hectic. So we're talking about this number 2, balance. If you want that ability to change, you need a balance. Life, like I said, life gets very hectic, and you feel like your ability to change is not where it needs to be. That might be because there's a lack of balance in your life, right? You got so much on your plate, you can't even think. You are pulling yourself in so many directions. You don't know what to do. You're trying to figure out how you can do better on your job. Your health is not where it should be. Your mind, your mental capacity, your emotions, your thoughts are not where it need to be. You're not socializing, or you're doing too much socializing, and you're going this way and you're going that way, and you're doing this and you're doing that, and you have no balance. It's like you're running and you don't know where you're going. You're running, but you're running to where? You got to find a balance. Sometimes we got to learn how to just say no. Y'all hear what I'm saying? Sometimes we have to learn how to just say no to things so that we can get ourselves together. Sometimes just saying no, I can't go out tonight, or I can't be a part of that right now because I'm working on myself. See, we're afraid to say that to our friends. We're afraid to say that to our family. Right now, for the rest of this year of 2021, I really can't hang out right now. Well, why can't you hang out? Well, I'm working on myself. I got some projects and I really want to work on myself. I love you. I appreciate you for always having my back, but I need to work on myself right now. And we can't be afraid to do that. We have to be able to find a balance for ourselves, right? And the last one. No, I got a little bit more. I'm sorry. We almost there. When we look at balance, we got to make a decision. There is a decision that we all have to make. And you know what that is? Where are we going in our lives? When are we going to start this change? And if we're not truly happy with ourselves, why don't we have joy in our lives? Why don't we have peace? Is it because of the decisions that we're making today? Would you agree? I would agree. There are decisions that we are making that are either helping us or is detrimental to our present, that's going to really mess up our future, because we're making decisions and we're not making decisions in a clear mind. We're making decisions very drastically, but then we want a great outcome. But how can we have a great outcome if we don't have a balance in our life? Right? A lot of us are drinking and smoking because we're not loving ourselves like we should. We're sexing it up with the next person that we see because we're not loving ourselves, and we don't find we feel like this is my life. This is what I've been dealing with all of my life. But you don't have to. I want to ask you this question. What do you want out of your life? Just for a moment, just think about it. You don't have to put it in the chat. If you want to, you can. But I want you to mentally think about it. What do you want out of your life? Do you want your life to be better? Because that's what change is going to bring if you give yourself ability to make that change happen. You got to adjust. You got to maneuver. You have to increase your capacity. Now, let's go back to that word capacity. Let's go back to that word capacity for a moment. It says to have the space or size that can contain something. What is that something? What is that something that you're looking for? Do you want to be a better father, better mother? Do you want to be more happier about yourself? That's where it's going to come down to, and it's going to come back to decisions. What are you willing to change? What are you willing to let go of? Who are you? I'm going to say this again. Who are you willing to let go? That's heavy, isn't it? Who are you willing to let go? And one more question I have for you. When are you going to start? When are you going to start? Yes, there are forces that are around you that's trying to take you down. There are whispers, right? There's society telling you got to look a certain way. You got to be a certain way. You got to be this tall. You got to be this short. You got to weigh this much. But for you, what do you want? Have you sat down and really thought about it? What do you want? I got to move because I got about 4 more minutes. The last one is, and we all hear it, just do it. Just like Nike. Just do it. Instead of thinking about it over and over, what is mama going to say? What is my friends going to say? What is my girlfriend or my boyfriend going to say about me making this adjustment for myself? You just got to go ahead and do it. Sir, ma'am, you just got to make that change happen. Y'all hear what I'm saying? If you want change in your life, if you want to adjust, this is what you have to do. You got to make a choice and just do it. Yes, it's going to be scary. Making change is going to be scary. But when you decide that you're ready to change, you might feel lonely. You might be lonely. But keep going. Make that change. Go all the way. Be that new person. Have that new mindset. And go ahead and don't give yourself any excuses. No more excuses. No more excuses. Go ahead and live the life that you were supposed to live. And stop telling yourself that you can't, because you can. When you give yourself the ability to change, your life can be altered in a better way. You can live the better life that you want to live. But it's up to you. It is solely up to you. Stop falling in the trap of impossible. Stop falling in the trap of telling yourself that you can't, and tell yourself that I can. I'll say it again. Stop falling in the trap, the mindset of I can't, or this is too hard. This is impossible. I can't change. I'm too old. I'm too ugly. However you want to put it. Stop telling yourself these negative traps in your mind and tell yourself, I can change, because I'm going to give myself the ability. I'm going to give myself the opportunity. I'm going to give myself my capacity. I'm going to grow myself. And if nobody understands that, I'm going to do it for me, because you got to take the time to do it for yourself. That's what you got to do. And the change that you want to make, as I close tonight, it's all about you. Because when you make this change, when you make this adjustment for your life, the change is going to increase, and it's going to change your trajectory of your life, because you are giving yourself the ability to change. Listen, thank you so much for coming on tonight. Listen, really quickly, if you're looking for a coach and you're saying this is good information tonight, I really felt great about getting this information, but I need more. I need a coach to help me. I need somebody, I need a mentor, I need a coach to really help me in this area. I want to let you know I have a coaching program called the Resilient Coaching Program. It's a 12-week program, 12-week program, and it has 3 R's. It's called the 3 R's of change, right? Reset, rebuild, and renew. And each of these 3 R's have 4 lessons, which a total 12 weeks of teaching. And I also do 12 weeks of coaching on top of these courses. And I want to be able to help you. So if you're looking for a coach like myself to help you be the best that you can be, I want you to put in the comments, coaching. I will send you a personal DM, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, or even YouTube. And I will set you up with a free consultation call, and we'll go from there. So I'm hoping that there's somebody on tonight saying, I want to change. I want to give myself the ability to change. And this is how you do it. You get a coach. Everybody needs a coach. I have three. I have two coaches. I have three mentors because I want to be the best person that I can be. I thank you guys so much for your time. I really appreciate it. Please, please share this. And before I let you go, if you enjoyed this value tonight and you're saying, DMP Speaks, this was wonderful. How can I help your business? How can I thank you for this? On the bottom of the screen, I have my Cash App. On Instagram, you don't have it here, but my Cash App is $DMP Speaks. Again, that's $DMP Speaks. Now you might say, oh, that's cheesy. Why would you do that? Well, listen here. I give as much as value as I can. I'm not telling you what to give me, but if you would like to be able to give toward this business because it's going to help thousands of people, I greatly appreciate it. Even if it's $1, I thank you for that. So my time is up. I appreciate you all. I hope to see you next week. Next week, we're going to talk about the reason to change. You do not want to miss next week. Part 3 is the reason to change. Don't forget that. It's going to be awesome, everybody. I'll see you next week. Peace.